50 years ago today, in Alabama, civil rights demonstrators began their final successful march from Selma to Montgomery. Among the marchers, two Winnipeg men. But for 50 years, they didn't realize their paths had crossed. Now they share their story with the CBC's Alana Cole.
For 15 years, this is how Ken Murdoch and Ken Kuhn knew each other, both members of the Chaplain's Curling Club. A month ago, they realized they shared something else, a moment in history.
It is unacceptable that they use their power to keep us voiceless.
The realization sparked by the mention of the film Selma over coffee.
A couple of friends that were at the table, one of which indicated, well, you were there. How did you think about the movie? Ken was there, and he said, well, I was in Selma, too.
I think it was, for me, really an aha moment. I'd never met a Canadian who had been in the march.
It was following what's known as Bloody Sunday, when peaceful protesters were beaten by the state troopers at the Edmund Pettus Bridge, that Martin Luther King Jr. issued a call to clergymen across the country to help in the civil rights fight in Alabama. Ken Murdoch, only 27 at the time, was working in Chicago. He boarded a train the next day. He was there for the second march in Selma, known as Turnaround Tuesday.
At the top of the bridge, you could see down the road, and there were trooper cars in this, and all the troopers were in front with the billy clubs. And I thought, oh my God, I'm in a police state. My first experience of that kind of thing.
He helped plan the next march from Selma to Montgomery, and that's when Kuhn's story picks up. He was also living in Chicago, attending the Lutheran School of Theology, when he heard the call to be one of the thousands that marched into Montgomery.
It was to be part of a larger movement of human liberation, of helping people to live the fullest of lives that they might.
But Murdoch can still remember the tension.
I was with two black girls from the north, young girls, and the minute we stepped into the white side, everything froze. People were gaping out of store windows. I remember the barbershop people were all coming to the window and just staring. There was silence for about 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden, click, and everybody started to shout at us.
Now, 50 years later, they've developed a friendship linked by history they shared. Alana Cole, CBC News, Winnipeg.